Freddie keeps up a sustained grumbling as he and Lily pad over the damp grass. It's still dark. Mum said we had to be there by 4:30. The first birds start an hour before sunrise. I thought it was the dawn chorus, not the middle of the night chorus. Keep your voice down. In a clearing, a single torch illuminates a small group of warmly clad locals. With bleary but hopeful eyes, they gaze pointlessly around them into the woods, dark as a poacher's jacket. Elizabeth quietly introduces Kirsty and steps aside to join the twins. "Thank you for coming," she whispers. "I'll treat you to breakfast in the orangery afterwards." "Maybe lunch," replies Freddie. "I'm going back to bed as soon as I can." Kirsty speaks quietly, but with an enthusiastic authority. "You're probably wondering why the birds sing so early." "Too right. Hey!" Freddie recoils from a sisterly dig in the ribs. Partly it's to attract a mate, and partly it's to defend their territory. Singing takes a lot of energy, so this is a good time to do it, before it's light enough to feed, but while... An extemporary phrase pierces the misty air. Kirsty's voice drops even lower, but while the air is still, sound travels much better, up to 20 times as far. The mellow phrase repeats, ending in a chirrup this time. That's a blackbird. Heads are cocked as a variation of the same song rings out from deeper in the wood. They're often the first up because they have big eyes, so they don't need as much light to see insects. Anyway, I'll shut up for a bit. The blackbirds are soon joined by robins, and the swee 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 of wrens, implausibly strident for such small birds. As the light grows, the trees gradually take on perceptible forms, but focused on the growing counterpoint, some with their eyes closed, the listeners are unaware of the sharpening picture around them. One by one, song thrush, blackcap and chiffchaff join the exultation, underpinned by the wood flute coo of pigeons and the call to arms of a distant cockerel. Before long, the rising sun is taking hold. It splays misty searchlights through the trees and turns the forest floor into a nightclub light show as the wood echoes to a psychedelic profusion of song. Eventually, the music fades in a gradual diminuendo. Kirsty gently breaks the silence. This is quite normal. There's an old country saying that the birds are at prayers now. But they'll start again in a bit, and if you hang around you'll hear some different ones too. Elizabeth turns to the twins. "If you want to go back to bed..." No, that's all right." Freddie has an altered look about him, shriven of all his earlier grumpiness. "Are you okay, Freddie?" "I'm fine. I just thought I might stay for the next bit." "All right, well, that's great." Studiously ignoring his sister's quizzical look, Freddie takes a breath of cool morning air. It's quite something, isn't it? I had no idea. Finally, squinting against the morning sun, the Pargeters return to the house in companionable silence. Freddie goes back to bed and sleeps dreamlessly for most of the morning. But he is up in time to hold his mother to that promised lunch.